everyone, Big Pauly back for another video. Hope you all had a good new year and didn't get too pissed and all that kind of stuff. If you did, I hope you've recovered. Yes, first video of 2019 is my Blu-ray haul for the months of November and December. Basically because I was too lazy to do it at the end of November, so I've compiled it with December's. Yeah, it's one of those things. There are a couple of notable absences that I haven't got with me. They are Cliff Richard, the 60th anniversary concert, which is downstairs with my dad somewhere. Hotel Artemis, the Jodie Foster movie, which the disc, the case is still up at Lulu and Claire's. We were going to watch that over the Christmas period, but we didn't get a chance. So I thought we'll leave it there, and hopefully sometime over the next couple of weeks can watch it. And also the Smurfs double pack, which I picked up from Poundland, which I actually gave to Claire as a Christmas present because she loves the Smurfs. Right, okay, so that's those out of the way. So let's start on the haul, and it's quite a large haul. Right, we're going to kick it off with the 4K releases that I picked up. So actually there's not too many, there's only 5, and one was mailed to me. So, and these are in no particular order. They're not like when they came out in the month. It's just the collection that I've amassed. Okay, so first one is the Tom Cruise action epic Mission Impossible Fallout. Absolutely love this movie. You're gonna have to watch my top 10 movies of 2018 to see if this appears in the list and where it appears in the list. But yes, the thing with the Mission Impossible movies is that they get better and better, as opposed to a lot of these long-running films with like 7 and 8 films behind them. They get worse over time, but these and the Fast and Furious get better. So, and this is the 4K steelbook from HMV. So hopefully we can still continue getting some steelbooks from HMV. You never know. So that's the first one. The next one was actually sent to me by my buddy in America, Michael. Thank you very much for sending this to me. And it's Ant-Man and the Wasp. And this is the lenticular edition. As you can see, the outfits and the helmets change. Haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I'm really looking forward to seeing this again. And although it says comes with a digital code, that he'd already used digital code, or one of his mates had already used it, so I'm not bothered about that. But it's a very nice package, and it was really nice of him to send that to me. So that's Ant-Man and the Wasp. And some of these 4K cases and this artwork just getting so good. The next one is The Lion King. I believe this is the first Disney animated 4K release. So I hope they go through this entire collection of Disney classics like this, with this kind of quality artwork, with the spot gloss. You've got the nice gold embossing up there. It's a really well thought out and well constructed package. But I haven't seen the film yet, but apparently it's a really good transfer. This box is empty. Not anymore, it's not. And a lot of people were saying there's not really a noticeable difference between the 4K and the standard Blu-ray. I think where it comes in is probably maybe a few colours pop, and specifically like some edging. There's more detail in the edging of the drawings. So yes, I'm looking forward to cranking that up. Crank it up. Next up is a absolutely fantastic superhero movie. In fact, my number one superhero movie of all time. And that is Superman the movie, the original. And they just go with these artworks. Look at this fantastic artwork. The film, I put this on a couple of weeks ago. On the most part, I was really impressed with the HDR. You know, you get the colours popping with the red, the yellows, the blues. There is a lot of grain. There's a lot of grain in some sequences, specifically like the Krypton, um, and things like that. But I mean, it's 1978, isn't it? So, and it was filmed. You know, it was actually filmed. It's not digital. It was actually on 35mm or whatever it is. But yeah, you're going to get grain in a lot of old films like that. So you got grain in Predator. I noticed a lot of grain in Predator as well. But you have to look around the grain. But yes, you have to look at all the other aspects of the presentation, such as the detailing. The trouble with the Predator movie was that when the Blu-ray came out, they just DNR'd it and everything was soft. It's like waxing. But with the 4K, you could see all of the details. You could see all of the unshaved stubble on Arnie's face and the sweat, even though there was some grain. So I much prefer that anyway. So that's Superman. And next up we have Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which I did enjoy this film. I enjoyed the first half of this film more than the second half, because it was a return to the island after the devastation, you know, catching up, see what's happened with the dinosaurs, and it was familiar territory. But then when it went to the auction, it all turns Nosferatu, and very different. It was a very different feel than previous Jurassic Worlds. And if anybody stayed right to the end credits, past the end credits, we know that the dinosaurs have now landed in Las Vegas, so they're probably riding the roller coasters and gambling until 3 o'clock in the morning. So it might be interesting to see if they keep the Las Vegas part of it in the next Jurassic World. Who knows? Or if they're just going to go full military. Last 4K is also a film that I enjoyed, and it was basically said to be Die Hard, a new Die Hard, which in a way it is a bit of. It's a kind of Die Hard towering inferno, and it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in Skyscraper. And it was a good film. It was a good film. It was good in 3D. I saw it in 3D. And it includes over 30 minutes of explosive bonus features. It's a shame that like the slip didn't have some nice embossing and gloss. I would have much preferred a gloss slip. But yeah, but I really enjoyed that film. Must crank that on again. Okie dokie. So next we are getting on to the Blu-rays. Okay, so next onto the Blu-rays. Now, I made a bit of a boo-boo when I picked this up, because I picked this up recently from HMV for £4.99, and that was Split. Because I thought, oh, pick it up. You've not got it. You want to watch it with Unbreakable before Glass comes out. And I got home and I looked on the shelf and I saw that. So now I have 2 copies. So that's my copy I'm keeping. I don't know why I thought I didn't have it. Maybe it was just one of those flash of the moment things that I bought ages ago. So that's my copy I'm keeping. This copy, still sealed, I'm going to just give it away. And I'll give it away with the other 9 Blu-rays that I picked up from Poundland. So we'll have, that's 10. That's 10 movies to give away. So that'll be good. That'll be coming up in the next 2 weeks. Next one, these next couple are recent ones that I picked up from HMV, his master's voice, her master's voice, whatever. In the bargain, you would call it the bargain bin, but this is part of the sale. So it's The Light Between Oceans. I've only recently been talking about this in my video yesterday, but it's Alicia Vikander, yes, and Michael Fassbender and Rachel Weisz. So sweeping, romantic, epic, breathtaking. So I always wanted to see this. It looks really good from the trailer, and it's not my usual sort of thing. I'm sure Lulu and Claire will probably want to watch this, being all the romantic-y stuff. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing that. And that was £2.99. So you can't go wrong with that. And then we picked up another cheapie for £3.99. Big, Bonkers and Brilliant. With Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Zac Efron and Alexandra Daddario. Yes, it is Baywatch. A little bit more of a comedy than the Baywatch TV series. This is sort of like, I would say this is like Virgin on the kind of like American Pie sort of like comedy, that kind of humour. Wacky humour. So yes, I'm looking forward to watching that one. And then next up, we also have another cheapie. And it's strange because all of these, when they came out, I mean, this Baywatch, even though it says it was $8.99, what was it, 20 quid when it came out? It shows you that it's not always advisable to pick Blu-rays up straight away. You know, wait a while when you can get them at some real bargain prices. Picked up the Florida Story. Is it called the Florida Story? No, it's the Florida Project, which I didn't know too much about. It's got Willem Dafoe in it and a couple of other people I've never heard of. Every moment of this film is glorious, stunning, pure cinematic joy. And it sets something round about a residence of a motel, which is set against the backdrop of Disneyland Resort. So that kind of had me hooked because I've been to Disney. I kind of like felt maybe it's a bit like the hotel complex in M. Night Shyamalan's Lady in the Water. But yeah, so I was quite intrigued in that. And for £2.99, yes, definitely. Okie dokie. Some more recent ones now, picked up in the last 2 weeks, is a Spike Lee joint. This is a Spike Lee film, and it's the only Spike Lee movie I own. I've never really been into watching Spike Lee movies. It just kind of doesn't do anything for me. The whole ghetto style, you know, that kind of thing. But I was intrigued by this, and I think it's something to do with the Ku Klux Klan or something. Yes, it is. But I mainly picked it up because of old Kylo Ren, Adam Driver. So I was interested into seeing what this film is. It says it's the most important film of the year. So, but I'm definitely up for new stories. Yeah, maybe I'll get into Spike Lee, and maybe I'll want to go back and visit some of his older ones. Who knows? And then next one was part of the 2 for £25 deal that I got from HMV. And this is one that I wanted to see a little while ago, but I completely missed it. The Spy Who Dumped Me, with Mila Kunis and Kate McKinnon from Ghostbusters. And I like that little phrase at the bottom there, kiss my assassin, or assassin. And I kind of think this is a bit cross between Melissa McCarthy's Spy, Austin Powers and Bond, maybe. It certainly looks that way from the trailer. So yes, I'm really looking forward to grabbing that. I was thinking about picking up the 4K, but the 4K was like 25 quid. And I managed to get this for like $14.99. No, $12.99 because it was in the 2 for $25. So it's a bargain. It's a bargain. Next one we've got was also a bargain. I remember seeing the original film with Denzel Washington for this one. And I remember that specific scene, like in the warehouse, in the B&Q warehouse with the nail guns and all that kind of shit. But I've never seen the second film, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. And I picked up the double pack for 20 quid. And Equalizer 2 at the moment is still something like 14 or 15 pounds. So I managed to pick up the first film for really 3 or 4 quid. And it's all contained in one nice little package. I like it when they do these nice little packages all contained. Rather than spreading them all out because it takes up shelf space. So yes, Equalizer 1 and 2. Next one up, this was a bit of an unusual one. This is from the producer of Stranger Things and Arrival. Stranger Things I love. I absolutely love Stranger Things. Arrival was really good, really good, intelligent sci-fi. So I don't know why I liked it, because I like the Independence Day, Armageddon type crap. But it was good, Arrival. If you like the Hunger Games, you'll like The Darkest Minds, and this was an exclusive to HMV because they were the only ones that did the Blu-ray. Everywhere else just did DVD. I wanted the 4K, but it doesn't exist. Not in the UK anyway. But I have noticed that there is a 4K version of this on iTunes. So, depending if I like this, if I like the film, then I might just purchase the 4K edition. But it's kind of like an X-Men, like an early X-Men teen Hunger Games type thing. So yes, I am intrigued. Next two are some lovely animated movies which were sent to me by a subscriber. Thank you very much, you know who you are. And this was because of how I felt that I really enjoyed one of the Poundland bins a couple of weeks ago. It was Rio 2, and I really enjoyed it, and I wondered, what will these be like in 3D? So the first one I've got here, these are both in 3D, they've both been sent to me, and the first one is Rio, and with a really nice metallic-y slip. It's quite a thick package, Blu-ray 3D, Blu-ray DVD, digital copy. Whether the digital copy works, I don't know. This looks like it's actually an American release, this one. It's rating G, whatever that is. Yes, it says on the back NTSC A, but I've got a region free player, so that's perfectly fine. So that's Rio. And also I received the 3D edition of Rio 2. All with a very nice metallic-y colour slip as well. This is an English one, this one. So this also has the 3D, the Blu-ray and the digital copy. So very nice. I haven't cranked them on yet. I've got to be in a 3D mood. But they are very nice. And look at the glorious colours. You imagine what these will be like in actually 4K with the HDR. Wow. I don't know if they're available in 4K. But I definitely want to see these in 3D. Brilliant. So thank you very much for sending those to me. That's the Rios. Next up, another 3D release, a big Disney release, with a really nice slip. And this is Incredibles 2, with some nice spot gloss and embossing. And this is one of the Disney ones, one of the Disney 3Ds with a nice red border that goes around it. I don't always pick them up. I didn't pick up the Ant-Man and the Wasp one because I'd already been sent the Ant-Man 4K. So I thought, well, eventually I'm going to probably be buying the Blue Fans edition, so I won't pick up the 3D. The 4K will be fine for now. And yes, I enjoyed this film. I didn't enjoy it as much as the first film, though. I don't know what it was. I think it's set directly after the first film. I think probably because there wasn't as much Samuel L. Jackson in this one. But it was a really good film, but just not as good as the first film, in my opinion. Other people's opinions will be different, but there you go. And the next four we've got, these are all John Carpenter movies. Two of them I haven't seen, which will form part of my A Carpenter's Tale, which I'm still doing. I haven't abandoned it. It's just finding time. And this one is Escape from New York, and I've only ever seen this once, probably some 20 odd years ago or something. So I'm looking forward to getting back into that and seeing what this new restoration is like. Probably when I first saw that, it was probably on probably on video, probably on VHS. I don't think I ever saw it on DVD. With Kurt Russell. I love Kurt Russell. He's good. Yes. So I'm looking forward to watching that one. Piles getting high. This next one is one that I have never seen from John Carpenter. Before man walked the earth, it slept for centuries. It is evil. It is real. It is 50 Shades of Grey. It is Awakening, and it's Prince of Darkness, with what's his name? Donald Pleasance, who appears to be in every John Carpenter movie ever made. Something like that. But yes, I'm looking forward to watching that because I know absolutely nothing about that film. So that will be a blind buy for me. Next up was one that I saw as part of my Carpenter's Tale, which I was really impressed with, and it's The Fog. And it's a really good, gripping thriller. Jamie Lee Curtis, not too a big part in this one. I suppose coming off the back of the original Halloween. But I thought she would have had more to do in this film. But it was a really good film. And the last one, which also I haven't seen as part of A Carpenter's Tale yet, is They Live. And I've only ever seen this once as well. There's one big dialogue scene, isn't there? Something about coming here to kick ass or something. Chew gum and kick ass. I can't remember the exact phrase because, as I say, I've only seen it once such a long time ago. And it's something to do with this bloke taking his glasses off and seeing like robots or androids or something or aliens. So yes, it'll be interesting to watch that and to give my view, to give my thoughts on that movie. Because, as I say, probably the only time I saw this was when it came out, which was 1988. So that again would have been on video, on VHS. So I can give you my take on what the picture quality is like and the sound quality. Okay, so let's get on to the next lot. Let's do the box sets. Box sets and double packs and all that kind of stuff. Okay, now yes, I've already been ridiculed partly for picking up this one. This was the Twilight Saga, a 6-disc set that I picked up for about £16, I think it was, down from about 25 quid. Yeah, I like the films, get over it. Someone actually posted in the comments that it's their 50 Shades of Grey. But yes, I like, and then the box is really nice, look, because you got nice little gold embossed on there, or debossed, and even taking it out of the packaging, got some nice pictures on there, and all the discs. They're kind of like, it's one of those weird flip things. But yes, I'm glad I've got this. I didn't have this all in one package. I had an HMV Steelbook that came out quite a while ago, and it only had the first 3 films. So I sold that to CEX ages ago. And this is celebrating the 10th anniversary, so it's got lots of features and all that kind of stuff. The next one I've got, I had to get this on Steelbook. I have the first one on Steelbook, which is an HMV exclusive, but I haven't actually got round to seeing the second series yet. Some people say it's not as good as the first, but I really want to see this and find out exactly where the story's going. And it's Westworld. And I love this Steelbook with on the back end it's got like debossed, and it's so glossy, and the debossed title. So yes, Ed Harris, is it Tandy Newton? There's so many people. Jeffrey, what's his name? Jeffrey. Oh, I can't remember his name. Jeffrey something. I was going to say Jeffrey Rush, but it's not. Jeffrey Wright. Jeffrey Wright and Evan Rachel Wood. So yes, I am looking forward to seeing what happens in season 2. And I picked up the standard Blu-ray rather than the actual the 4K. Okie dokie. And this one I picked up yesterday. I just had to because of the price. And it's the first 2 Johnny English movies for £3.99. So it's literally £2 each, which you can't go wrong with. So I have to re-watch those. Because I'm hoping to go to the cinema with Claire sometime, hopefully this month, if it's still on, to see the 3rd film. What's it called? Johnny English? Is it Johnny English Returns? I think. Next pickup, because of shelf space, I was running out of shelf space like you wouldn't believe. I had steelbooks that didn't match. I had Blu-rays that didn't match because I'm a bit of a... Yes, I like my packages all contained and everything. And I saw this and I thought, wow, I better pick this up. I'm going to have to pick this up. It's only £5. Not £5, 15 quid. And it's all 5 Pirates of the Caribbean movies, all in one little self-contained package. So we got The Curse of the Black Pearl, Dead Man's Chest, At World's End, On Stranger Tides, and Salazar's Revenge. Or the other title, what they would call it in America, Dead Man Tell No Tales. And I thought, yes, it'd be nice to have all of those movies, all self-contained in one little package. I know you lose a lot of extras because some of the standard standalone releases have an extra disc or two, but there's still loads of bonus features all in here. So yes, I'm happy with that. So I sold my steelbooks because the amount of times that I used them, I actually watched them. They were just standing on the shelves, gathering dust, not matching. So I thought, yeah, I'll sell them and I'll put that money into buying some collections that I really would like to have on my shelf rather than just because it's a steelbook. Is what I used to do. I just used to buy a film because it's a steelbook. So I'm happy I've got that. And the same thing happened with this next box set as well. The first 3 of these films on the steelbook matched. 1, 2 and 4. The covers matched. 3 completely different. 5 totally different. And yeah. So as I say, I like my little self-contained packages. In fact, probably if I could do that with all of my collection with these movies. I've done it with Mission Impossible. I have the 4K box set that has like the first 5 films all in 4K rather than the steelbooks. As I said, I was thinning out some of my steelbook collection to make room and just an overhaul. I kind of felt like I needed to do it. So I picked up, and this was dirt cheap. I think I picked this up for about under a tenner. And this was Die Hard Legacy Collection. They all come in like little slim cases, which I'm not bothered about that. It's the film, isn't it, and everything. So we've got Die Hard, Die Hard 2, Die Hard with a Vengeance, Die Hard 4.0, and A Good Day to Die Hard. So we've got the nice little case there, nice little slip case, and all the special features. And I've just noticed, because my buddy Lewis put me on to Apple iTunes, I already have Die Hard on 4K. But they also have Die Hard 2 on 4K HDR. And there's no physical release for it yet. So I might pick that up. It's only about £3.99 as well on iTunes. So while I'm waiting for like a physical release of the other Die Hard movies, I might pick that up on iTunes. But like I say, look how much room that's going to take up for 5 movies. Whereas the steelbooks, you're talking sort of like 5 of those. And that's what it's all about, shelf space. Because I only live in a small terraced house. Okay, next one I picked up was for a series that I absolutely adore. I know a lot of people will say, no, it's not Star Trek, it's not Star Trek. But yes, it is Star Trek. It's just a more evolved, modern take on Star Trek. You've got to evolve with the times. You can't make a series that looks exactly like The Next Generation or Deep Space Nine. It wouldn't work. You've got to evolve. It is a great show. As much as I love the Orville as well, this is also an absolutely great show. And in season 2, we're going to be getting Spock and Christopher Pike. Fantastic. The Enterprise, the trailer looks fantastic. We're literally about 2 weeks away from the premiere of Star Trek Discovery, and I am so excited to see what we're going to get in season 2. So season 1, there was a steelbook for this, which I might pick up eventually, but for the now I picked up the standard gatefold Blu-ray, with some nice embossing and gold and silver, and it's got one like a little Velcro flap. There we go. Brilliant. I would have liked the actual slip to have maybe been gloss, because it's kind of like like a velvety matte, and I think it would scratch quite easily, so I might have to get a doggy bag for it and bag it up. But yes, 4 discs, all self-contained, and unfortunately there's no physical 4K release for it. I would have picked up a physical 4K release as I watched it in 4K on Netflix. So maybe they will eventually release one. Having said that, I haven't got the Orville in my collection because they haven't bloody released a Blu-ray version of it. Bastards. Yes, don't get me started on the Orville in DVD release. Okay. The last one that I picked up as a collection was yesterday. It seems like just yesterday. It was. And it's Madagascar, the complete collection, all 3 movies as a trilogy, all in one little self-contained package for under 10 quid. Now, as I said in my last video, they do this also for Kung Fu Panda. Although I've got the first 2 Kung Fu Panda movies on Blue Fans, I'd also like a little collection like this. So I'm thinking I'm picking up that Kung Fu Panda collection. So I'm on the hunt for that. I've already got the complete Shrek collection, which is a little bit thicker than this. I'll hold off for How to Train Your Dragon because there's a 3rd film coming, but there's a couple of other ones as well. What was the other one? I've got 2 Rios. There's another big animated. Oh, the Ice Ages. So I might pick up one with all the Ice Ages, because I don't think I saw the last 2 Ice Age movies. Okay, so that's those done. Our next pile, this is the last pile. First of all, we'll go into CEX, so ones that I picked up from the, what does it stand for? Is it Computer Exchange something? I don't know, but I keep seeing an advert on TV and they're calling it sex. It's not, it's CEX. Dirty people. Yes, okay. I picked this one up on the back of picking a different version up from Poundland, but I had to pick this up. It's an HMV exclusive, came out back in the day. I know this film's not to a lot of people's liking, but I really enjoy this film. It's one of my favourite sit-down movies, and it's Terminator Genesis with a really nice lenticular slip. As I say, from HMV. Don't remember this being sold, but I definitely had to pick that up for 3 quid. Includes a special bonus disc as well. So yes, brilliant. And I'm really looking forward to Terminator 6. Even though it hasn't got a new title, with Linda Hamilton coming back this year. This one I picked up for £2 with Jude Law. And this is from the director of The Last King of Scotland, which is also one of the ones from Poundland that I picked up recently, called Black Sea. And it's a better submarine. The only thing more dangerous than the mission is the crew. So I'm looking forward to getting into the submarine, being confined in this space. You know, like U-571 and Das Boot and that kind of thing, because I really do enjoy like these submarine movies. So I can't say that I've ever heard of it, but yes, I'm looking forward to watching that. And isn't there a submarine movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren? I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I kind of think there might be. Also, this is a film that I've not seen, and this is a 3D movie as well that I picked up for £3. And this Blu-ray looks like was a bit of a special offer that they gave with Samsung 3D Blu-ray players, because it says brought to you by Samsung for promotional use only. Megamind 3D. Never seen it. As you see on the top there, for promotional use only, not for retail, even though it's being retailed. So, 1 disc, 3D disc only. So, I don't think it contains the Blu-ray version as well. I think it might just be the 3D version of the movie, but that's okay. So if I do like the film, then I'll probably pick up the standard Blu-ray as well. Just, you know, for times when I can't watch the 3D. Next one I picked up from CEX was a sequel to a Disney animated movie. Not Pixar. I don't think this one's anything to do with Pixar. Even though it's very Pixar-ish. It's Planes, Fire and Rescue. I think this is just a standard Disney animated movie. I'm pretty sure this is not a Pixar movie. No, this is not. This is not a Pixar movie. But it's kind of Pixar-ish. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing that one. I really enjoyed the first one. Never saw that one, the second one. I think there is a 3D version of this. So, you know, I might have to look around and see if I can find that. That was the end of the CEXs. This one, The Last Airbender, which I know is not one of Shyamalan's best, was sent to me for Lulu and Claire's raffle. Or the bingo. So thank you very much for sending this to me. I shall give that to them to include in the raffle. Although I might actually keep this copy and give them maybe my copy, because this is a US release and I don't know if it's locked. Well, before I do anything, before I undo it, I'll actually look into seeing if this is region 3, because you know, it would be pointless giving a region locked Blu-ray to some people on dialysis that can't play it. Okay, so now we get onto the DVDs. What? Yeah, and it's just one. This does look good. I like this type of film. Kind of reminded me a bit of Battle of Britain, Red Tails. Red Tails is a really good film if you haven't seen it. It's a George Lucas aerial combat movie. And I've got a beautiful steelbook of that. But yes, I was hoping to get this on Blu-ray and I couldn't find it anywhere, so I picked up the DVD. But apparently there is a Blu-ray. And I have actually seen the Blu-ray in HMV now. It's Hurricane. All guns blazing in the Battle of Britain skies, a jaw-dropping true story. And it's got the guy from Game of Thrones. So he hasn't been eaten by his dogs after all. So yes, I'm looking forward to watching that. It says, a stunning and timely movie. In the foreign skies they fought for their country. Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing that, even though it's a DVD. Okie dokie. So we're on to our last little portion, and the last little portion of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are ones that I've picked up from Poundland. And yes, okay. So this one I wasn't familiar with, other than the name, Samuel L. Jackson, Fury. I thought, is this a film about Nick Fury? A spin-off? No, it's not. Of course it's not. Dumbass. No, but it's just that I think it's just coincidence that it's called Fury. But no rules, no redemption, no escape. But I'm always up for a bit of Samuel L. Jackson when he's in his sweary mood. 18 certificate, so you know he's going to be cursing 1 or 2 times. And that Variety magazine said it's Tarantino-esque. So that's me hooked. I'll watch that one. Next one I picked up was when HMV Poundland started bringing in their £2 ones, because we started to get a lot more better titles. A lot of better titles now. Even though they are £2. So I picked this one up. X-Men Days of Future Past. I haven't got the 3D version of this, even though I've got the steelbook. And it's a really nice slip as well, with some embossing and like hollow foil and that kind of stuff. So yes, so that's X-Men Days of Future Past, which Days of Future Past I think might be actually my favourite. I think my favourite X-Men movie of the you know, the time shifts, you know, when they show the younger selves, that kind of thing. Although I do like First Class. Next one I picked up was a dual pack. I only really liked the first film of this series, but I thought you get the extra film thrown in for free, so £1 each. Transporter 2-movie collection. As I say, I like the first film. The second film is okay, but it's not brilliant. And the third film, nah. I mean, if it had been all 3 films, then that would have been a bargain. And as I was saying just now, I picked this one up, The Last King of Scotland, which is a film about Idi Amin, I believe. But I've never seen it. Gillian Anderson's in it. Forrest Whitaker, James McAvoy, Kerry Washington. So, yeah, it's got an impressive cast. So, yes, I'm looking forward to watching that one. Comes with a nice slip as well. And then next one we picked up, I've got this on Steelbook, but I had to pick this up because it had a nice Blu-ray sleeve lenticular. And I've never seen this film with a Blu-ray lenticular sleeve. And it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with a nice, as I say, a nice lenticular sleeve there. And this is the first film. This is the first film. The second film was called Out the Shadows, wasn't it? Not as good as the first film. Last 3, A New Beginning for horror films. Blair Witch. This is not the Blair Witch Project. This is the sequel, which I haven't seen. I liked the first film, the Blair Witch Project, when it came out in its day. It did scare me. That's probably why I wasn't too hot on horror films, because I think that really shook me up. That film actually did. But I'm willing to give that one a shot. Also, with the 3D release, I picked up Dawn of the Planet of the Apes as well from Poundland. Contains the Blu-ray 3D and the Blu-ray and the digital copy. I don't know if any of these digital copies will work because, you know, these are released quite a while ago. But yes, I picked that one up. Love that film. And the last one I picked up is a musical, which I don't usually pick up, but in Poundland with a nice slip. Yeah, why not? Les Miserables. Yes, Les Miserables. And this, the only reason I picked this up basically is because I enjoyed The Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman. So I thought, let's give it a try. You know, let's give it a shot for, what, £2? Can't go wrong. So, there we go. So, that is my stack of Blu-rays and 1 DVD for the months of November and December. I will be going back to doing monthly hauls from January. So at the end of January, we'll just do our little separate hauls, and then the end of February and March and that kind of thing. Don't think there's that many titles out in January, but you never know what we're going to pick up. I might find some stuff in CEX or Poundland, might have some new deliveries. So yes, so I hope you enjoyed my little video of collection. The only thing I need to do now is try and find out where the bloody light is going. I'll have to clean some shelf space out. But as I said, I did get rid of quite a few of my steelbooks. Not all of them, but just like ones that I've doubled up on or ones that are just gathering dust. And replaced them with some other versions, other collections. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Like the video by giving it a thumbs up. Share it with all your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next video. Bye, everyone.